Good morning and welcome to Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. Our focus this morning, it's on the holidays, and what better way to get into the holiday spirit than to take a trip to the live theater. During this half hour, we'll meet the director of Black Art MKE's production of Black Nativity by Langston Hughes being performed at the Marcus Center, and we'll start things off discussing the Charles Dickens classic, A Christmas Carol. It has been a Milwaukee tradition for over 40 years, playing to over 1.5 million people, and A Christmas Carol is going on now through December 24th at the Pabst Theater. Here to discuss this timeless story of hope, love, and redemption is Leah Harris. She is the Director of Community Engagement at the Milwaukee Rep, and Tami Workentin, who plays the ghost of Christmas Past. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you both for being here.
Of course.
And it is that time of year.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, to warm the hearts of Milwaukeeans with the Rep's whole their version of A Christmas Carol. So here we are, and Tami, as I mentioned in the open, you're playing the ghost of Christmas Past. So what's it like, first of all, to be a part of this holiday classic?
Well, I love Dickens. I love the story of redemption. And, you know, we look at the character of Scrooge, who's a really, really angry man. And if this guy can have redemption, it gives hope to all of us.
There's hope.
There's
right?
hope, yeah. And I think we like to see that year after year after year. There's something about it. And I'm always reminded that even though people have come, as it's a tradition, there are a lot of people. I had a friend come last night who'd never seen the show before.
Yeah.
So there still are people that don't know the story.
That's true, and there are also people who, like you said, see it year after year after year.
Yeah.
And the fun part, the Rep always has a twist here and there, so that always makes it fun as well. So you're the first of the three spirits that come in contact with Ebenezer Scrooge. So your goal is to kind of travel back with Scrooge and convince him to change his cold-hearted ways.
Yeah.
So how do you prepare for a role like that?
Well, you know, I find that I see these moments with him. I take him back to childhood. And he's the single schoolboy left in the schoolroom all by himself, Christmas after Christmas after Christmas. And we've all had moments as children that we remember as that pivotal moment of something that just really struck us. And I watch him watch himself. And that's painful to me. So a lot of that prep work gets to happen on stage because we all had a childhood. We all had things that we recognize. And he still fights it. He still fights it. But the more I show him of where it brought him is when you start to see him crack a little bit.
Yeah, and so one of the pivotal moments is when you're showing that Christmas Eve that was hosted by his first boss, Mr. Fezziwig. And he's a kind and loving man who treated Scrooge like a son more than his own father did. And so you were able to kind of get through the crack right then and there. But what's ironic is that the real life actor, James Pickering, he plays Mr. Fezziwig.
Yes.
That's your husband.
That's my husband.
And I mean, that's your real life husband. So you get an opportunity to play with your spouse in this film.
I mean,
I'm saying film, in this production.
Yeah, and he's played Scrooge. I think it was 400 and some different performances. He's been in over, I think he was saying 20 different versions of it.
So he could show you the ropes easily.
You could. Don't open that door.
That's so funny. But I thought that was really interesting. And Leah, as I mentioned, you're the Director of Community Engagement. So the Rep has a Christmas Carol Families Program, an Impact Ticket Program that actually raises funds for under-resourced families. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so the ACC Families Program, it's very much a part of the tradition of A Christmas Carol. Like we were saying, I mean, this is a holiday tradition for our whole city, and so this program goes with that. And so this program, we make a curtain appeal speech at the end of the show for our audiences to dig deeper, reach into their pockets, and give donations to the cast members out in the audience. And then the Rep staff gets involved, and we go out shopping, and we work with one of our impact partners. This year, it's COA Youth and Family Center, and they identify a family for us to work with. We never meet that family or have direct contact with them. It's all through our partner organization, but they put together a wish list of what they need and kind of just that extra boost for the holidays. holidays. We order like hats and scarves and boots and things to keep people warm. But then also, what are some other, items that they'll need to have a successful year and have a good holiday? And so the rep staff gets involved, and we go shopping, and we wrap the gifts together. And so we get the whole entire community involved inside the rep to really pour back into our community that way.
Yeah, that is pretty amazing and such a smart idea. So this year's pillar partner, you just mentioned it, COA Youth and Family Centers. So for 100 years, COA Youth and Family Centers has helped low-income families in Milwaukee reach their greatest potential through its educational, recreational, and social work programs. We just had a representative here from COA, so our viewers have had an opportunity to hear about their great work. So this program goes hand in hand with A Christmas Carol in a way when you talk about the story of love and hope.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I think again, just talking about redemption and forgiveness and kindness. I mean, I think those are all things that we want to be able to actualize over the holidays. And so I think for us at the Rep, I think it's one way that we do that.
Yeah, it's definitely a win-win for everybody that's involved. So Milwaukee Rep also provides 2,500 free tickets to low-income and under-resourced families, youth, and seniors each year through this Impact Ticket program. So it really is the bottom line of everybody deserves to enjoy the live theater.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the Pabst Theater, so we have seats to fill up, and we want to spread that joy, and we want to spread that story to everyone. So again, we work with our impact partners and then other partners as well throughout this community to get the tickets out, and to we provide buses if we need to. We make sure that we're there to greet the families and the representatives from the community, and we make sure that everyone has access to the show.
Doesn't get better than that. And so getting back to the production, Tami, what's your favorite part of A Christmas Carol?
I have an amazing costume. And it's so it is this gorgeous dress that is completely covered with sequins. And the prep to get into this is pretty amazing, because it also has a blue wig that goes all the way down here, a crown, and another fan that you put on the top of your head that has a flame going. So it all weighs probably about 20-some pounds.
Bless your heart.
Bless my heart. And the good news is I can sit down in it, which the prior costume, the actors couldn't sit down in it. It's beautiful. And it's so fun to fill that. And then you go to the Pabst and you look out, and, bless the Rep for putting all these people in seats out there, because you look out and it's powerful.
Yeah, I agree with you. And last year I did one of the guest appearances, so I really can relate to what you're saying.
Is it?
I relate to being in all those layers of clothing, sitting backstage, and I was burning up. I was like, how do they do this? But then what I peeped, like being backstage, some of the people are playing multiple roles, and they're coming out of outfits and changing to other costumes, and I was mesmerized because I was just waiting to walk out and say Merry Christmas.
Well, downstairs is quite a thing. We have a place called Wig Alley, and where you go to get your wigs, and there are arrows on the floor, and you stand in line, and you literally go there, and they pop them off you, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But I think what I enjoyed most is watching the young actors and actresses, and just seeing how they're just kind of waiting to do their thing, but they are so ready to take on the responsibility to play these roles.
They are, and they're also looking for mentorship. So many of them really, I have two young girls, so every time I go down, there's a trap that I go down when the ghost goes away, and they're always waiting on the other side of the curtain to give me a high five. And they love that. And it's a simple gesture for them to feel a part of it, and it makes them feel important. And these young people are really wonderful.
I agree.
The parents of these young people
and
are
they're
great.
part of a real team, because you cannot do this production without the young people. And Tiny Tim this year is a girl.
Yes.
I was loving
yes.
that whole concept.
She is a hard worker.
Yeah. And she's what, all of seven and a half?
Yeah. And
so
boy, she's
really just
got moxie.
Right. Been able to take on these roles and remember the lines and the timing. It's not easy, but they make it look easy. You make it look look easy too.
Well, I think they remember lines a little better than I do.
Well, that's funny. So what I definitely want to do is just show the people at home the picture of, I said, having on all these clothes,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
because it's Victorian costume, but I didn't even have on, you know, what is it they
The corset?
I didn't even have on a corset.
Oh.
I couldn't even imagine what it was like back then because I was falling up the steps. So, but it was so fun, and it was such an experience to see all of you do what you do best. So it was pretty cool. So there will be guest appearances from different individuals that's in the media this year as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, so people will be on the lookout for that. And you guys do something that I think is important to mention, the American Sign Language Night. That is Wednesday, December 18th at 7 p.m. So this is an opportunity for individuals who may have some hearing impairment be able to be there and still take in all the joy that you give from the stage.
Yeah,
All
absolutely.
right. I love it. So is there anything else that you wanted to share with us today about what you're doing in the community or what people should look out for when they come to see A Christmas Carol?
It's such a beautiful, beautiful show. And it's such a great kickoff to Christmas. You go there, the sets are beautiful, the costume's beautiful, the music is gorgeous. It snows in the theater. It's just not like anything else. You know, it's really magic.
Yeah.
And you feel that when you're there. The Rep does a beautiful job, and I'm really proud to be a part of it.
Well, you've done a great job painting the picture, so we hope everybody takes advantage and comes out to see A Christmas Carol. Thank you both for stopping by today.
Thank you for having us.
Leah Harris is the Director of Community Engagement, and Tami Workentin, she plays the Ghost of Christmas Past in Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, which is showing now through December 24th at the Pabst. For more information, you can visit their website at MilwaukeeRep.com or call 414-224-9490. When we return to Our Issues Milwaukee, we'll discuss another favorite holiday classic, Langston Hughes' Black Nativity. We'll meet the director, Antoine Reynolds, right after this.